Welcome, dear listener, from wherever you may hail. The following story has been adjusted to protect the identities of those involved. In the heartlands of America, surrounded by the rugged landscapes and far from the bustling financial center of Wall Street, lived Jonathan, a man deeply immersed in the captivating world of digital currencies. Jonathan hailed from Utah, a land more famous for ranches and Mormons than for money. But Jonathan was waist deep in DeFi, and he knew that DeFi is a wild west where fortunes were made and lost, quick as the packets fly. Sights set on the new and promising Avalanche token, a digital currency with seemingly boundless potential. AVAX was by far Jonathan's largest liquid asset. In his mind, his digital wallet held the seeds of financial prosperity. One fateful day, as the sun dipped behind the magnificent Utah mountains, a mysterious figure, known only as Shrieker, emerged from the digital shadows. Their encounter in the vast expanse of the internet seemed almost serendipitous. Two souls brought together by a shared fascination with the ever-evolving landscape of digital wealth. Strangers on the Avalanche train. Little did Jonathan suspect that this virtual rendezvous would mark the genesis of a complex and crude crypto heist. A tale in the weaving. Shrieker was not who he seemed, and no friend to Jonathan. No, Jonathan was prey. Having seen his holdings when Jonathan entered a giveaway on X, formerly known as Twitter. Weeks turned into months, and within the quiet corners of their digital world, Shrieker masterfully prepared Jonathan. It began subtly, with Shrieker sharing fascinating anecdotes about his own crypto journey. He'd recount tales of investments he multiplied overnight, planting the seeds of curiosity and playing off familiar desires for financial freedom deep within Jonathan's mind. Their conversations evolved into daily ritual as Shrieker's messages appeared like clockwork, teasing Jonathan's curiosity with more peeks behind the veil. As time passed, Shrieker shared screenshots of his personal crypto wallet, showcasing astonishing balances that seemed to defy belief, and a common practice among digital con artists. Each glimpse into his virtual treasure trove strengthened the bond between them, and further entranced Jonathan in Shrieker's seemingly boundless success. With his guidance believed to be invaluable, his words were handled as if they guided feet to gold. Slowly but surely, their virtual friendship grew beyond that of mere acquaintance. Shrieker had transformed in Jonathan's mind from humble teacher to trusted advisor, and ultimately to partner in crypto endeavors. Through this careful cultivation, Shrieker had established a presence stronger than the most manipulative eunuch, and such that Jonathan would willingly hand over the keys to his financial kingdom, completely unaware of impending betrayal. As the bond between Shrieker and Jonathan deepened, Shrieker began to sow seeds of a seemingly brilliant plan. At this pivotal moment in their digital relationship, and the linchpin in Shrieker's scheme, the point at which trust had been firmly established, what with Jonathan now hanging desperately onto Shrieker's every word. One day, with an air of excitement, Shrieker unveiled a remarkable proposition, an ingenious trading bot that had the potential to revolutionize their crypto endeavors. He spoke of a trading bot meticulously designed for optimal performance, a marvel that would make trading a breeze. But there was a catch, a subtle twist that would set the stage for Jonathan's downfall. Shrieker explained that in order to test this groundbreaking trading bot effectively, they needed a trusted partner to help refine its capabilities. He emphasized the importance of complete confidentiality and suggested that Jonathan be the first to put this remarkable creation to the test. To do so, however, Shrieker outlined a seemingly innocuous requirement, a necessity that, unbeknownst to Jonathan, would tear out the walls of his digital vault. Abusing that air of trust and meticulously convincing over months-long dialogues, Jonathan was satisfied he had a kindred spirit in Shrieker, a fellow visionary and eager partner. Little did he realize that the seemingly innocuous request to test the trading bot would ultimately lead him to provide the con artist with the most sensitive information in his digital possession, the private key to his crypto wallet. This act represents the point of no return, a moment of blinded trust that would set in motion the crude crypto heist orchestrated by the enigmatic Shrieker. As the days passed, Shrieker continued to reinforce the idea that sharing private keys was a sign of unwavering trust, having subsequently shared his own with Jonathan, or seemed to. As the concept became further ingrained in Jonathan's mind, it only reinforced his trust in his new digital partner. This mere act of trust ensures complete control over Jonathan's digital vault. The unsuspecting man unwittingly handed the keys in command of his financial kingdom to the unscrupulous Shrieker, a bad guy with no intention of letting go. Jonathan was well aware of the omnipresent rule in the world of cryptocurrencies. Not your keys, not your coins. In this instance, I share my keys, I share my coins. Knowledge long ingrained in him through countless online forums and crypto wisdom. Yet the powerful bond he felt he shared with Shrieker, cultivated over months of trust-building exercises, left him feeling that this time was different, that this partnership was exceptional and merited trust befitting. An apparent masterstroke of manipulation, where Shrieker's patient and meticulous efforts would enable him to coax Jonathan into violating this most sacrosanct of crypto handling practices. In a cunning twist of fate, the actual attack would occur months later, shrouded in calculated secrecy. It was a meticulously planned event, perhaps conceived so from the very beginning. A plan to acquire their victim's key and continue nurturing their relationship for months thereafter. This long-term strategy served a dual purpose: to ensure that Jonathan wouldn't associate the attack with Shrieker, and to deepen their trust even further, making the eventual betrayal all the more devastating. It was a scheme executed with diabolical precision, one that would soon plunge Jonathan into a digital abyss where the boundaries between trust and treachery blurred into obscurity.